Hey Creepers! Welcome to Bryn and Finn's Spoops.
For the entire month of October.
We're going to be watching horror movies every day, and we're going to be rating them.
And everybody says that we are going to get super burned out.
Not going to happen.
Okay, yeah.
Ever.
It might happen. Never?
No.
You know, everybody says that we're going to get really burned out, but whenever we're looking for a movie on Netflix, we will putz around on it for a really long time, and then we end up in a horror movie anyways. So, I mean, we're kind of watching horror movies 2 or 3 times a week anyways.
That sounds about right.
Yeah, it does. The rules are, if you would like us to review a movie that you're interested in watching, or you think, oh, Finn will like this movie, or Bryn will like this movie, you'll be really hard pressed to find a movie that I haven't seen, though. I'm so sorry.
Lots of horror movies. Knowledge. Knowledge. Unless they're newer, then we haven't seen them. If they're like really
I haven't seen The Invisible Man.
We need to watch that.
Okay.
We'll add that to the list.
I have not seen The Invisible Man, so maybe we'll add that to the list, but okay, here is the rules though. He is 12, so if there is a lot of nudity, past a titty flash or a dead body titty flash, we don't want any sex scenes. I mean, I like sex scenes, but you know, he's 12. Or rape scenes. I'm not showing my son Last House on the Left. That's not gonna happen, you pervs. Stop. Okay, so did you stop throwing things? Oh my god.
It's over here on the desk.
Oh, one other thing. I am his mother, and I do cuss in front of him, and I'm going to end up cussing in front of the camera eventually, because that's me. So if you don't like me cussing in front of my 12-year-old,
then just leave.
Just leave, because we're not going to respond to those comments. That's your problem, not mine, okay? Definitely. Yeah.
Nobody cares.
I'm cool with how I talk to my son, and he's cool with how I talk to him, and that's all that matters in the end. Okay?
How's that?
So we started off with a movie that was from 2016.
We thought it was newer.
I think it's newer to Hulu. It's in your eye. You okay? You blind?
Thanks, Mom.
So we watched Southbound. We will, when we do these reviews, we will hold off on spoilers until the end, and we will give you a fair warning.
Yeah.
So we will be like,
we'll
hey,
pause.
If you don't want spoilers, you have 5, 4, 3.
It's just like, if you want to go watch it on your own, peace. Then come back to the video later.
Otherwise, we're going to spoil the crap out of it. And I'm going to take off these glasses because I'm getting a lot of glare.
Okay.
Hopefully I can read my notes now. We'll see. I could be saying all kinds of weird stuff, so who knows. All right, so we watched...
Or it could just be weird because of the movie.
What do you mean?
I mean, some movies are weird,
This movie was particularly weird. It was weird.
Yeah.
But you did catch on quicker than I did. What was going on?
Yeah.
You did.
Okay.
Okay.
Mwahaha.
That doesn't happen usually.
Yeah, it doesn't.
I look at the camera. Not that. No, you can look at me.
I know.
Because I like it when you look at me. It's not looking at the computer. The computer. Okay.
Computer. Did you just say that?
Okay, so it came out in 2016, and it has like 3.5 stars on Hulu, and it has almost 6 out of 10 on IMDb. And IMDb's not the most reliable because we all know these fanboys like to jump on if they hate a movie, and they just all of a sudden just everybody says it's a terrible movie even if they've never even seen it.
Really?
Yeah. Fanboys hate Ray. Okay, so I was going to give it 3 skulls, but I give it 2 3/4 skulls.
Really? Yeah, I think it deserves at least 3 skulls. It was pretty good. It was.
It wasn't that good. Okay, so
fine. I'll give it 3 1/4 skulls.
Oh my god. Okay. It was Finn's first anthology movie.
That was actually pretty cool.
He's never seen an anthology movie, and this was done by the guys that did VHS, and I love VHS a lot.
Is that a movie? Or?
Yes. Yes. And maybe we'll watch it. Maybe we'll go on the list. I don't know. I don't know if it's streaming. My niece, Kirsten, shout out to Kirsten. Hey, Kirsten. She was the one that got me into VHS. And it was really good, and I really liked it. So when I watched this, it wasn't found footage like VHS was. And it was it was 5 short movies that all blended together.
Yeah.
And they were about 20 minutes apart.
It was 18 to 20 minutes
ish. Yeah, it's an hour and a half, and that's not counting the credits. So.
Well, they started playing the movie during the credits.
End credits, I'm talking about.
Oh, okay.
Okay, so yeah, my thoughts, my general thoughts, without giving anything away. It's very gory.
Some parts. Some of the stories aren't as, but some of them are just.
I'm used to gore, and I screamed in a couple of them.
She covered her eyes, I didn't, and I'm like,
It was very gory. Oh my god.
Oh.
Yeah, the middle part especially, just so you know, don't be eating. Don't be eating. It was. I should have expected it because the VHS guys did it. And their gore was really good. Like, the gore was really
They had really good makeup.
Good. They had a couple of CGI monsters in it that had the CGI shine, which meant that they didn't really have the budget for good CGI, and they probably should have done something a little bit better.
Part that I'll mention later that was in the spoiler area.
So their forte is definitely not CGI. So, and we probably knew that going in,
at the beginning, there was some CGI.
Yeah. So, yeah, it was okay.
I think it was actually pretty good.
Did it scare you?
Some parts, maybe. Some of them.
I don't think I was scared. I was grossed out a lot.
Oh, yeah.
I wasn't scared. Like, I wasn't like, oh god, I don't want to go to bed now. It wasn't scary. No. Movies that we think are scary.
Like
Ring.
Yeah, and The
Haunting
Conjuring.
The Conjuring, yeah.
Haunting of Hill House,
Haunting
yeah.
of Hill House. Apparently we don't like ghosts.
Especially those, like, deep...
Okay.
Wasn't it a demon in The Conjuring?
A demon? I guess it was an exorcism, so whatever.
So you have to call out the demon's name?
You're gonna ruin The Conjuring for people. Oh my god. Alright.
I'm the worst.
Okay, yeah, he's not to be trusted with spoilers.
You're welcome.
Okay, so alright, so there we go. We're I'm about it. I wasn't scared.
Yeah, it wasn't necessarily scary, but
he liked it for the storyline because it was unique to him. Because, I think
it was the first.
It was the first anthology. Maybe I should show him some better anthologies.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay.
Maybe we'll connect that. I don't know.
Do you have any other outside thoughts without spoiling anything?
Like there was some cuts that were really smooth, like
trucks.
Yeah, like truck. So some of the cuts were pretty good. The makeup was really good.
Yeah, I think it was practical too. I think
most of it was practical.
It's practical, which is always impressive to us.
Yeah, I always think practical effects are cool.
And let's see what else. Yeah, okay. So we're going to spoil it now. So you have, you need to turn it off if you want to see this, like if you're dying to see it, or if you're just here to see me and Finn because we're so cute.
Thanks. Yeah. Oh my God.
Okay, so you, Finn could fail miserably at editing, so you had to see all of that. So if you...
No, I can, cuts are easy. Some of the other parts of...
I'm lighting and sound, and he's editing.
So you're welcome for good editing. I have to go.
We never even mentioned that you want to be a horror movie director.
Oh yeah, and I'm working on one that's gonna go on this channel. That's where the studios part comes in.
Yes. Studios. I thought we were doing productions.
No, but remember the donut?
Okay.
It looks better with. It looks better. Okay?
All right.
Sorry, creepers. We had some overheating problems. Now we have some ice packs and a towel in a cardboard box.
Okay.
All right. Where were we?
My notes.
My notes. So where were we?
Well, we were getting ready to send people away.
Oh yeah. So I can just edit
You
that.
know, you can actually put in the thing where it is spoilers.
Spoiler warning, spoilers, and then where it when it cut out because
Yes. Okay. All right. Well, welcome back. This is for the crowd who doesn't care about the movie, or you've already seen it, and I doubt you've already seen it.
Well, maybe maybe you went and watched it yourself and came back. So thank you for coming back, those who did that, which are probably not many.
Probably not many. Okay, so we are going to discuss them by segments.
Still not right. Okay, there we go.
Got it? Yeah. Okay, we're going to discuss them by segments.
Because there's the 5 different stories.
Yes. The first segment, and they don't name them. You actually have to go and do the homework for it, and I did because I'm a nerd.
I have to keep itching my nose. Sorry. I'll just go to the side real quick.
You have to pardon my cokehead friend.
You're welcome. You can continue looking about me for a second.
What?
Just start the section.
Oh my. Okay, so the first section was called the. No, I'm gonna wait for you. Okay.
Okay.
So
I'll just cut that out.
the first. Ready?
Yeah.
So the first section was called The Way Out, and that was Jack and Mitch's story. And that kind of starts off with them in the truck and they're all bloody, right?
And they see the weird monster wraith thing.
There's like these monster
That's
wraith
something
things.
that I wanted to
floating.
touch on. The first few minutes, they already showed the monster.
They're not the really like.
Well, yeah, but that was that was supposed to be the scary part of that story.
I don't think it was.
Well, what was, you think the loop was the scary part of the story?
Because okay, so.
Alright, so we should explain the story real quick.
No, we will actually explain it at the end. So, there is a really, really good Carnival of Souls reference. It's playing on the movie in the diner, and I was super excited. So,
I didn't get that.
It's an old black and white movie that you didn't get, but I was excited.
Ooh, black and white movie.
That's
how you know it's old. Or they just didn't have a good budget.
So, when I think it's Mitch. Is he the guy that gets his jaw tore off? Or
It didn't get torn off. It's just like skin.
That was really good effects.
I think Mitch was the other guy. Who was the other guy?
Jack.
Jack. I think it.
I'm not sure which was Jack.
Well,
and
one
which
of
was
them
Mitch.
gets an arm down their throat from weird ghost wraith things.
And his jaw
that
was
was
like distended and like ripped off. And
But that's what I was gonna say before about the effects, because that part was probably the worst effect of the whole movie.
You thought it was the worst?
It didn't, there was weird things going on and stuff. That was the worst effect of the movie, I think.
The wraiths were.
1 second.
No, it's fine. Daddy can come down, as long as it's quiet.
I'll just.
The wraiths were really shiny, like I said, which looks. Whenever I see shiny CGI, it looks very. I just got out of college.
Mm.
It's just cheap. So that ends with.
Well, I was
Did
gonna
they both
also.
die?
Oh yeah, no. One gets stuck in that loop. Remember with their child? I think it's like, "Help me, Daddy," and
Oh,
he
that
just goes
was-
insane.
Yeah.
Yeah,
okay.
he goes
So
insane
at
in
this
that
point,
part.
Finn looks at me and he goes, "I think they're in hell." He was right. They're in hell.
You're welcome. But wait, I was gonna say something. It was a very, inside the apartment area, it was very shadowy, and I think they did a good job with the lighting there, without having too much shadow.
He's a lighting nerd.
Thanks. Even though you're the one who's in charge of the lighting.
I used to photograph weddings. Okay, so
Had to add that in.
anyways,
So should we like?
he went into they went into like the motel.
Yeah, the
and then-
motel,
and then
and
the
then-
girls came out of the other room,
Yeah, the room to the left, and that's the transition to the next story.
which was called
Siren.
Siren. We're not sure what it refers to.
Because there wasn't like any like, it's not the sea sirens or like police sirens.
But they are in a girl band, so maybe the girl band was called Siren. We don't know. So I grew up in the Southern California desert. This is all in the daytime, by the way. So
Yeah, they did, like, they made it, like, they did a good job having it daytime, but still making it feel like horror.
yes, but at this point we don't realize that it's morning and we're going to go through this entire day. And making something scary in the middle of the day is really, really hard.
Because it's daytime.
Right. I grew up in the California desert, and most of this was filmed in 29 Palms, and I felt stifled. I was dying. I wanted them out of the desert. They were stuck on a road, and I mean, this road, there's like nothing on this road. Like, they could have just filmed it going 10 feet one way and then filmed it 10 feet going the other way, and that was all they had to do to make it look like it just kept going and going and
It's
going.
a long stretch of road.
And then they get a flat tire, and they don't have a spare because apparently they're idiots. And
Remember one of them said they decided to get rid of it. It's like, I'm not the one who said we should get rid of the spare tire, so they didn't bring it.
anyway,
Still overheating?
is it?
Look, it's blinking. Is that a thermometer? Yeah, it's a thermometer. It's still hot.
Got the-
Oh. Sorry, technical difficulties. Should I just
no.
put it up on the sides? So if it cuts, it's because of. I'll just edit that into the temperature.
So they get picked up by this weird couple, like really weird couple,
Super.
and they're like, "Oh, we'll take you home, and our neighbors have a tire that you can have, and you can have dinner with us, and blah blah blah." So I'm going to cut for a second.
Because of the. I'm gonna apologize again, creepers. So apparently this is a thing with the camera we're using. It overheats, so we're gonna have to just cut every once in a while. There's nothing we can do.
It's fine. Oh, my glasses. Okay, so
Maybe you should scoot in.
am I going the right way? Okay.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay, so they get picked up by this couple, and they take them home for dinner.
Yeah.
And they serve them this weird meat. And it was really gross. It looked all burnt and gross.
But before that, they were bringing him in, and one of them said, "I'm sorry about Alex." And I'm like, huh? And then they're eating, and I'm like, they're totally eating Alex.
They weren't eating it.
They weren't.
They weren't. So, and we're vegan.
Yeah.
So it was really extra gross for us.
Extra. It looked burnt.
It
Ugh.
disgusting. And then the girls start barfing up like this black, I don't know, whatever. And then they give her this milk.
Special medicine that drags them in. Yes?
I don't like things that look like milk.
I could hear you.
Shh. Anyways.
No, wait. There was something that looked like you don't like the blue milk in Star Wars either.
So anyways. Chunky. It had nothing to do with milk. I was talking about the white stuff.
Me. just
Get up here. Okay, so this was a pretty interesting one. The main character's name was Sadie, and I feel like this chick, Fabienne Therese, I feel like she was kind of a budget Olivia Munn, and that was okay because I like Olivia Munn, but she wasn't as good. She was definitely giving me those vibes, though. Olivia Munn played she played Psylocke in the X-Men movies. She's pretty cool.
But wait, so
Why do you use always a but wait?
It's because we're getting back to the story now, aren't we?
Go.
So the milk makes them like
Feel better, and then they're all of a sudden like hypnotized or they're brainwashed into saying they're going to stay with these
and
people.
they're gonna join.
It was stupid. We're not going through the entire movie, just so you know.
I know. And then they join the cult and stuff, and it turns out Alex is part of the cult, but that's.
She wasn't really there. That was a ghost.
Oh.
So anyway.
So they might have ate Alex.
I don't think they did.
They might have.
So anyways.
You're welcome.
Stop interrupting me. It's so rude.
No.
So anyways. At the end of this segment, Sadie gets away, and we're like, yay, go Sadie, run! What?
But here, keep going, and then I'll say it, because it's something that I noticed that has to do with what happens next. Keep going.
And then she gets hit by a car when she's trying to flag them down, and then I mean, she got like bumped by a car. I mean, she like went flying.
And
like,
her leg was...
It was gnarly. She got hit really bad.
Really gory part. This is the gory story, but before that happened, she was standing in the road, and behind her you could see one of those demon wraiths.
Yeah, I think they're like angels of death
earlier.
or something
yeah,
like that.
But you could see it behind her. I'm like, hold up.
We did not see.
You did not notice.
No, I didn't. We did not see that coming to Sadie, and that was pretty sad. And I was like, I was sad because she was pretty cool, and I was like rooting for her.
Yeah,
we're all rooting for her.
Yeah.
So this actually goes into the next segment called The Accident. And the accident is the one where I'm telling you, you definitely don't want to be eating. It's disgusting.
That's like my notes on here. Gory.
So the guy
gory.
that hits her, his name is Lucas, and he is a garbage person.
He is.
And he doesn't immediately call 911. Like, he's like, oh, I'm going to get back in the car and get back on my phone call with my wife before I call 911. I'm not even going to tell my wife what I did. Oh, my God. So, anyways, he gets off the phone with his wife, and then he calls 911. And
no, wait. He pauses and thinks about it. Like, thinks about leaving. Like, he's just like...
Yeah, he did.
And then he calls 911.
And then he calls 911, and he doesn't know where he is. He just says he's out in the middle of nowhere, and he's on this freeway, or highway. And they say, oh, well, you don't know where you're at. We can't send anybody to come get you. So why don't you just pick her up? Like, she's, like, twitching on the ground. And
like spewing out blood. Compound fracture in the knee.
She looks like roadkill. And so he picks her up.
And puts her in the car.
And then he's driving, like, 90 miles per hour. And he's trying to find He's
going to the city that he can see the lights in the distance.
And he's trying to find a hospital. He finds a hospital, and he gets to the hospital, and the hospital is completely dead ass Silent Hill empty.
Like, just like wheelchairs just laying there.
Like there's coffee knocked over, like people had just left.
And there was like uneaten food that wasn't rotten yet. Like,
yeah, so it was totally
gone.
Silent Hill. And the gore is so extreme. People, I know you're not going to watch this movie, but at one point her leg almost falls off.
Like, it's just hanging on by the skin, and it's
he's
just
holding it in one hand and the rest of her body in the other.
And it's just...
And I'm screaming because it was so disgusting.
And I'm just saying, like...
So... The gore was magnifique in this one.
Very.
So supposedly a surgeon gets on the line with him now, and he's like, "Oh well, you're gonna have to help her. You're gonna have to intubate her, intubate her." This guy who's never done any kind of medical thing in his life, he's like, "You need to shove your hand down her throat
and hold open her windpipe and shove the tube down her throat."
So he's got his arm halfway down her throat, and then the guy's like, "Now you need to
compress the lung,
compress her lungs."
And
he has to cut open her lung. Her rib cage and like dig himself up, and he's got no gloves on,
and you can see the inside
massaging her lung.
No, he like gets his hand up there and he just squishes the lung, and then
all
she just
blood
dies.
Comes up and she dies, and he just like freaks out, and then the people on the line start laughing at him,
like maniacally laughing. He starts freaking out, and he can't leave because like the doors are chained up, right?
Yeah, it was a really traumatizing segment. It bordered on torture porn, which I'm not okay with. Anyways, poor Sadie. my god, she didn't deserve that.
She was alive the entire time
It
until
was such a
he confessed
sadistic
once.
segment. I was happy when she died. Let's put it that way. So he was garbage because he left. He actually got dressed, changed his clothes, took off all the blood, and he left. He was like, "So this isn't gonna come back on me, right?" And they're like, "No."
There was just a new car there, right?
Yeah, they had like a new car for him and everything, and he was ready to go, and he just
And
left.
all
Like,
of his
nothing
stuff were in
happened.
the car, and it's like,
nothing
what?
happened.
That's how you knew it was just in hell now. It's just magic. What happened to him? Like, he drove off and stuff.
I don't know.
He probably just started driving and then hit her again. Like, because it's hell loop, remember?
Okay,
Probably.
stop talking for a second.
Okay, you're welcome.
Stop talking. We need to.
Oh, yeah, it's overheating. Okay, we'll be right back. Welcome back, creepers.
Okay, so now we are on to the fourth section.
Well, we didn't, oh yeah,
We finished.
Yep. Okay, so
And he's our boy.
now
The fourth section starts off with one of the chicks that.
I have no notes on this.
This was a really boring one.
Yeah, I don't like this one.
The fourth one was called Jailbreak, and it takes place as he's driving away. The lady that was laughing at him on the phone that got him to do all those torturous things to Sadie, she hangs up the phone and she goes into a demon bar. And not like a fun demon bar like Willie's on Buffy, but like a really scary demon bar. There's like plastic on the wall and stuff. You don't really know that they're demons at first until one guy comes in with a gun and he's gonna like kill everybody if they don't help him find his sister.
And one of them has like claws. All of a sudden, he's like,
And he rips
roar.
into him, and the other guy shoots him.
And then
He wants to find his sister.
so one guy's like, I know where your sister is.
He showed a picture of his sister, and I said it, but Finn says I didn't say, but I did say that she looked too young to be his sister.
You didn't say it out loud.
I did say it out loud.
She didn't.
Anyways, they aren't named Jesse and Danny.
You might have wrote it down, but
I didn't.
well, you didn't. Say
Anyways, the segment dragged a really long time, and I didn't like it. It
It's
was
just like
boring,
weird.
and they
I
were
mean,
looking
secret
for
door with eye
tattoos. And
There's a guy with a tattoo that was an eye that blinked.
it wasn't like gross, and
You
it
got-
wasn't scary. It was just kind of sad because
This guy,
his sister wanted to stay in hell or whatever because she killed her parents, and he tries to he tries to take her. And
I think she becomes like a demon.
I don't know. Anyway,
I think
she
it's
abandons
his
him.
hell.
She lets the demons or whatever that are out in the middle of the desert that eat him or whatever, and she leaves. And that was the end of that. And it was kind of stupid and boring.
And then she goes back to the place.
I'm sorry if you directed Jailbreak and you're watching this. Like, oh, I hope they really liked it, but I didn't. It was stupid and I was bored. And you should definitely learn to direct something else.
So the next one starts.
The Way In was the next one, and that was
It started. The sister was going back to where she was in the secret door, and then someone working inside the bar. The ice cream shop it was, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, it was. Yeah, it was an ice
She
cream
wasn't
shop.
working there. She was just there.
And then she just.
That was
Yeah, it's like,
that
what
was
are you looking at?
Gem.
And she goes to her parents' house, and then these guys in masks.
Show up. They're like in old man masks.
And-
It's like
This is where it gets interesting.
It's like a home invasion, and it's kind of like the movie Strangers, which is on our list. I like Strangers a lot, so much. So there's these creepers outside, and not like you creepers, like real creepers. And
Creeper. Oh man.
you know shit's gonna go down because some John Carpenter style music starts playing, and the dad's all scared.
And, like, there's this whole like she's hiding in closet.
And the ongoing theme of this movie is white men are garbage because the husband is garbage again. So these guys are obviously after the dad,
But it's for a reason. It's
and
like-
and
so they get him all tied. Sorry, do you want to tell it?
Go
Or
ahead,
because you've been telling the other stories. So they get him tied up and stuff, but this is the daughter person is in. Jem is hiding in a closet, and they like suffocate his wife.
well, first they tell her why they're there.
Yeah, like whisper in
They
her
whisper
ear.
it in her ear, and she's like, "Oh my god!"
And then they shove a towel down her throat and hold her nose, and so she.
we have absolutely no idea what he did.
Yeah,
but they showed a picture of a girl.
And so at the very beginning of the movie, they showed the picture of the same girl. They said they did it for this girl.
Jack and Mitch are dudes in the truck that is going in a loop over and over again.
And then they go there.
I should probably say that Jack and Mitch couldn't leave we never said that Jack and Mitch couldn't leave.
Oh yeah, they couldn't leave they drove to a bar. I told you
it was a gas station.
Yeah, remember I told you we didn't finish that.
They were stuck in a loop where they just kept coming back to the same gas station over and over and over.
They got killed by the right things and the bops. That's what I was talking about with the truck transition because it was cool. But
they end up accidentally killing Jem because they only really wanted to kill the wife
and the dad.
But we don't know what he did to
They
Jack,
just showed the picture.
Mitch's daughter. We don't know, and they whispered it. So that was a lame payoff because I really wanted to know what he did. And they drive to the gas station, and the day starts over. It's
them in the masks and
an endless loop.
Oh wait, we forgot to mention the wraiths come out of once they kill Jem, the wraiths come out of their stomachs.
Yeah.
And
super weird.
And then there's a hole in the ground and it drags
there's tentacles
and it's weird.
And I don't think we explained this movie very good.
Yeah, but that's what we explained.
So, if you could possibly get some kind of string plot through this, then we did a good job, but I don't think we did.
Probably just go watch the movie. It's only an hour and a half.
And it's on Hulu. And it's on Hulu, and tomorrow we will be watching The Haunted on Hulu. And we'll be making a video about The Haunted. I don't know.
So.
All right.
So this is the first day of our October challenge thingamaboppity boo.
It is.
Thanks for coming, creeps, and see what now?
Go ahead.
Wait, did we do the skulls?
Yes,
yeah, we mentioned that at the beginning. Thanks for coming, creeps. We'll see you later.